Alright, so I'm putting in my dash cam, wiring the dash cam. So let's look at what I got. So this is what came with the camera kit. So this is one of the things. This is a hard line or hard wire into the vehicle. So there's basically there's 3 wires here. Black is ground, obviously, and no, that's pretty thin. That's really thin. And the yellow, I believe, is battery. So that means it's constant. Let me see right here. Yeah, it says battery right here on this little tag. So that means it's constant power. And this one is accessory, ACC. So that means basically when the ignition is on. So it knows, so it could differentiate the two. And I opened these two fuses up in here. These 2 fuses are 2 amp fuses. So hardly any power at all. I mean, it's just a dash cam, so it doesn't need much. And looking at the size of this wire, this is really thin wire. Let's see what size does it say on here. It says, let's see, it says 22 gauge. So that's pretty thin, 22 gauge on the 2 power wires. And the ground wire is even thinner. And it doesn't say on here what it is. So the ground wire is at least a 24 gauge. Maybe even a 26 gauge. So see, that's hardly anything. So that's what it comes with. And this end right here plugs into the dash cam, and this end plugs into the where I'm gonna put my fuse panel. So you have to get this right here. This is the easiest way to tap into into your car without having to cut any wires and anything like that. So this right here is a fuse tap. So actually, let me open one side up. Let me open this up a little bit and pull one out. This is a fuse tap. So basically, the Miata, the ND Miata uses mini fuses, low top or low profile mini fuses, not the regular. If you get the regular mini fuses, the two spots where you insert, it's actually 2 legs that actually comes sticking out. So these ones they're sort of not really legs because they're right against the side of the body here. So they're different. So they're basically low top, meaning when these type of fuse plugs in, the top of the fuse is basically pretty much flush with the fuse box, almost. Whereas the other type where the legs stick out, the fuse actually sticks out quite a bit more. There's more there. So this is basically a low profile version. So this is what you need. You're gonna need 2 of these, one for each power connection. One for the battery connection and one for the accessory connection. So I got a pack of 5 because I'm gonna be connecting some other stuff too. So you need 2 of them for the dash cam. And how this works is there's 2 slots for the fuses here. The first slot down here in the bottom, that slot is for because this plugs into a fuse slot spot right in your fuse box. So they're assuming that you're removing another fuse that's already there, a pre-existing fuse, to tap into that spot. So this first one is where you put the original fuse in place, and this other fuse right here is the one that powers this. So on my car, on my model, the fuse, it's a little bit, because it's it's the club model, so it doesn't have all the gadgetry that the GT model has. So there's less electronics. So there's actually open slots for the fuse box. So let's look at the fuse box. So you need to get yourself a multimeter. So I have a voltage setting there, V for volts, and that's direct current. The other one's AC, so DC. All right, so let's go over to the fuse, down here to the fuse box. And I already have the fuse panel open, the kick panel open. So the folks that watch a video, my other video from my panel removing video, you can see how I remove the kick panel. So you're not sure, you can go back to that video and check that. So got my little multimeter here, so I can unravel some of that so you can see the numbers. here's my fuse box. I got plenty of slots open here. Not all the slots have, because there's a lot of open spots here. Not all the slots have a metal connector. So it's like, for example, all this top slot up here, there's nothing back here. So there's nothing in here as well. There's no metal spots. But this slot down here and this slot up here, there is a metal connector, especially where the power is coming from. So I think on this particular one, the power is coming from, I believe, the bottom spot. So with your voltmeter, attach your ground side to something metal. So I'm gonna just stick it into this little metal thing that's hanging up above the kick panel up here. There's some metal up there. Let's look at it real fast. So there's some metal up right here. Right, so basically I stick it in there so that way it's touched, it's grounded. Turn back to the fuse. So right now the ignition is not on, so I'm just gonna touch these down here, see which one has power. There's no power there. No power there. I don't think there's anything on top. Oh wait, there's power there. So this slot right here has 13.2 something, almost 3. There's power there. There's power in this slot. So I have 2 slots at least. This one has no power. That one has no power. I don't think there's, oops. I don't think the bottom one has any slots. I think the bottom one, or the bottom one does have, the power slot, but the bottom has the power slot, but it's on the top. The rail is on the top. Oops, I just saw something. There it is. So 13.3. So basically I have 2 slots here and 2 slots here. So the 2 on the bottom has power and without ignition, and these two has power without ignition. These 2 don't have power without ignition. So let me turn on the ignition real fast and see if those other 2 has power or not. Oops, that's my key. Where's my start button? My key right there. Start button. You can hear the beeping. That means the door is open, so it's beeping because of that. So let's stick this into those 2 slots that didn't have power earlier. So now you see that it has power now. 13 volts. 13 volts, and the voltage went down because the key's on. Right? It was 13.28 before, now it's 13.14 because the key's on. Still other electronics are on, so that means the voltage drops a little bit. So these other 2 right here has is connected to the key, so that's why I'm gonna connect it to. Let's turn this off so that way it's no more beeping. Oops. Okay, turn off the ignition. Let's look at this real quick. Basically how it attaches, like so. You can either go like this, but obviously this pigtail here is coming down, so I'm gonna go this direction, so the way it points up. So I'm just gonna plug it in like so. Let's just do this test plug right here, like that, like so, and this side, like so. Alright, that's it. Plug that in. Make sure your wires come down. Crimp it in here, and you should be good. So that's how we're gonna run it. So I'm gonna run the wires, and I'm gonna go back and make another video. So you don't need to see me, zip tying wires. I can do that off camera. All right, stay tuned for the next video.